Serial designation N.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, and today's murder drones theory will be a doozy, with a bunch of twists and aerodynamics.
What is wrong with you?
Sorry, what I meant to say was today's theory will be a doozy one with a bunch of twists and turns all around. And I will cover, drum roll please.
Yes.
I'm covering who created Absolute Solver and how does it affect the drones in the series, but before I do that, let's do a full rundown of how Absolute Solver actually works in this series timeline.
It doesn't. I checked.
So in the show of Murder Drones, Absolute Solver is an auto-run program, as Uzi lightly puts it.
New material can't be pulled from thin air. If the wound is severe enough, this solver might be some sort of auto-run program to collect more matter.
Thank you, precisely Uzi. But this isn't all Absolute Solver can actually do. Absolute Solver is also found in worker drones, as well as knowing that Nori, Sin, Yeva, Doll, and even Uzi have the Absolute Solver symbol on their visors, and Absolute Solver also seems to be inherited as well. Because Absolute Solver can also include abilities such as levitation, removal, multiplying objects, and teleportation. But this is only the meat of things. This is only simple stuff we already know about Absolute Solver. I want more. I want more. Luckily, from the latest episode of Murder Drones, we can get more information from episode 4 and even theorizing and analysis.
It doesn't. I checked.
We can see from episode 4 that Absolute Solver can also turn its host into a creature that looks very similar to a murder drone, but doesn't have the main components to be one. For the appearance of Uzi Solver, and yes, this form is called Uzi Solver, we can clearly see that Uzi has organic wings and even an organic tail. And Uzi still maintains her worker drone design. And the behavior shown in Uzi Solver is a sadistic, cruel, and psychotic killer. While Uzi might not be in control of this form, it is clear that Absolute Solver is influencing her fear, anxiety, and insecurities and turning them into anger, hate, bloodlust, and rage. If you don't believe me, then just look at her kill count. She specifically murders the individuals she has a bad history with or doesn't like. But the reason why this even happened is because of her overheating issue caused by her jealousy, stress, and a feeling of loneliness. But you might ask, why am I even mentioning all of this stuff? Don't other murder drone theories already cover this? And you would be right to think that. I'm clearly getting sidetracked. I should be moving on.
It doesn't. I checked.
Okay, so who the is Tessa? I mean, come on. I can't be the only one who's curious about who the is Tessa, right? Luckily, there are some people who actually theorize about this. Okay, so you guys may or may not know that Tessa's name was actually revealed in episode 1. This happened when N's system was rebooting itself, and when the Absolute Solver was blocked by administration. So N had to regenerate all by himself. This is the reason why Eldritch J appeared in episode 2, to repair J's destroyed body. It's also the reason why Tessa appeared in episode 3, because she was coming to fix N's programming. But anyway, all of that is not. The point is who actually created the Absolute Solver. Well, in my honest opinion, I think that Tessa was the one to create the Absolute Solver. I mean, really think about it. Why would the company create the Absolute Solver? The same Absolute Solver that from episode 2 and 4 is seen creating organic life, the same Absolute Solver that gives the drones godly powers, the same Absolute Solver that helps its users repair and regenerate. I mean, it wouldn't really make sense for the company to give such deadly powers to robots that they perceived as disposable trash. That's why it has to be Tessa. Tessa is the only human that knew that the drones had complex emotions. Heck, she's probably the one that gave them those complex emotions. And while this evidence is very surprising, I'm not done yet. This brings me to another question. First of all, how would she even introduce Absolute Solver to the rest of the drones? I think that she would have used the fourth member in episode 2, probably named Sin, to spread though the other drones. After all, unlike the other worker drones in the flashback of episode 2, the fourth member has yellow eyes, while the others have white eyes. But from knowing all of this, why is Tessa doing this? What is her motivation? Well, to truly know why, let's take a look into episode 4. In the beginning of the episode, there is a flashback where Khan is discussing Nori's conspiracy about the singularity. If you guys don't know anything about the singularity, then let me explain. The singularity is the idea of which technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, resulting in unforeseeable changes in human civilization. But the thing about this is that we're already past it in the series timeline, where we can clearly see that the drones are living their own lives away from any human civilization. But there is another idea of the singularity, where technology transcends biology, which sounds pretty similar to the absolute solver, where it is seen creating organic material. So with all this information said, I can safely say that Tessa's goal is to create the singularity. Now, her motivation for this until the rest of the episodes come out, this is kept unknown. But from now on, holy, this video took forever to make, and it's finally done. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe if you guys want to see more theories on the channel.